Good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Watkins, CEO and co-founder of Aurem, and with me I have my co-founder, Anwar. The reason why I'm here today is retirement technology sucks. Nobody is solving this problem. It's a problem that we see throughout the world. I've spent the past 23 years building technology everywhere from the US to Australia, and I see 30-year-old mainframes, I see siloed data, I see products and processes that are split across different systems. So we're here to kind of solve that problem, essentially. We've built an operating system that connects data, products, and processes. And it's so good that we launched it 12 months ago, and we have a 70% market share in the UAE, which is our home market. We're now expanding into other markets, and we're going to show you today what we've built. So you may think that this is another workflow tool. It's not. It's something much more than that. We started from the premise that the data is the most important thing in any business, especially in the age of AI. So we have this concept called custom attributes, which essentially allows us to map any data into our platform and understand operationally how that works within your organization. So as you would imagine, with any product or journey, it needs to start with a trigger. You can see here we have two different types of trigger. One is a hook, which is an event that happens. You can see the event type here is the withdrawal requested. The other type of trigger that we have is a schedule, which, as you would expect, is an event that happens throughout the month. So it's a time-based event. It can be a payroll date. It can be set and configured. But that's your way into creating products in our platform. Next up, as I mentioned, so the data mapping. So in this example, we have three different data types. We have the employee data, so participant data. We have the company data, and then we have the product data. Understanding how these things relate together and should be used and separated is a critical part of building and maintaining products on an ongoing basis. So you can see we've got three different nodes here to kind of capture all of the data fields for those specific user types. Next, where the magic happens, so you have your transform. So we believe that AI is a very important technology, and at the moment it's being used on a surface level. We think that it can be used in a more valuable way. So essentially what we've done is we have an LLM that is self-hosted. It's made to be deterministic, and essentially allows us to program any product rules through the LLM in natural language. So any 401k, 403b, whether it's in Australia, UK, UAE, we can write the code, we can write the prompt in natural language, and it spits out a JSON file, which kind of sets the rules for that product. You think how that can be expanded across multiple different use cases. Today, we're just focused on retirement. And finally, there's an action that needs to happen at the end, which is a payment. So a payment needs to go somewhere. All of those payment rules, again, can be written in natural language. You can select the currency, where the funds need to be transferred to. But this gives you the flexible foundation to build any products or service in the retirement space, whether it be wealth space. We've also had interest in insurance and payments, but as I said, our focus today is retirement. So what does that mean? We now have this workflow. We now have these products that are usable, that are flexible, that can be updated by your compliance teams. They don't require any development effort. It manifests in this. So as you want to launch a new product, you can build your workflow, you can test it in real time with real data, and then you can toggle it on. And then it becomes immediately available for your customers, which we believe is a very powerful thing, not just in terms of launching new products, but also in terms of updating existing products. Regulation is something that's constantly evolving. Workflows are something that constantly need to change. And linking processes to this is even more powerful because we can automate them as well. So you will see here, a critical part of the platform is how we permission data. So we don't want everybody having access to all of the information all of the time. You need to be able to assign different roles depending on the use case that they have within the platform. Because of the custom attribute feature that we have built, we can quite simply allow anybody to have access to the relevant data to them and create a permission underneath that, which means that everybody can use the platform. It's for all of your stakeholders in your business, rather than just for an operational team or a product team or a compliance team. As we continue on, as you would imagine, with an operating system, it needs to connect all of the things that happen through your business. So we have all of our communications that can be added, can be edited. Anything that's not code can be configured by a business user, which again means that your brand, your personal tone of voice can be elicited through the platform. If you have advisors, they can add their own logos, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with forms. We know that there are constant issues with compliance, creating new forms. How do we make sure that this is a flexible product that's going to see you into the future, not just something that you use today and then in 5 years' time is no longer relevant? We've built the flexibility for you to build out all of the things that you need to run a retirement business or a wealth business or an insurance business without the need for constantly coming back to a technology team to improve that experience for you, and often falling to the back of the line and paying millions to do it. We know today that the total cost for maintaining existing systems is about $60 billion a year, which personally I think could go to better use. So, in terms of the end experience, you can see here what it looks like for a business who's running their retirement plan on our platform. This is all white labeled, configurable, it can be offered headlessly. So you have all of the things that they need to see, you have high-level insights around what their plan is doing, and then something that we've built over the last few weeks and months is a concept called dynamic reporting. So dynamic reporting, again, leverages this data layer to dynamically produce reports that are useful. Again, segmented by the type of user that you are. It's a simple click and collect, and you can access all of that information on the fly. I'm conscious of time, so I will say to you, if you're interested at all in what we're building, we will obviously be downstairs. We are working to revolutionize retirement, something that nobody else seems to be doing, but we're very interested in. So thank you very much for having us.